This video and this information could change your life. Just sit back, relax, and treat this video like a podcast and just pay attention. Hear me out for just a few minutes. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? Now, today we're going to be talking about the most important chart when it comes to altcoins. Now, just to let you guys know, this is the total market cap for altcoins, not including the top 10. So no Bitcoin, no Ethereum, none of the stable coins. And let's just see what else there is in the top 10. So pretty much Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, BNB, Solana, XRP, USDC, Cardano, Doge, and Avalanche. Those 10 are not included in this, okay? And for me, this is the most relevant. And for many of you guys, this is the most relevant chart. A lot of us are trying to make really, really big gains. So a lot of us are probably not in the top 10 coins, especially like USDT and USDC. They're just stable coins, right? So if we do have them, it's probably just short term to trade or look for a sniping opportunity or something like that. But like all of these, right? These are not going to make you insane big gains. Like Avalanche can still make you a nice couple multiplier, but like same with Doge maybe. But Cardano, XRP a little bit less. Solana probably still decent. BNB probably 5x from here. And Ethereum and Bitcoin, you know, depending on how things are, from a 3 to 5x, you know. It's but overall, like we're looking for those bigger gains. So this is the most important chart. This is the chart that we have to keep track of. So if we look at this quickly, right? Last time around, we pretty much, as you can tell, we had way less money. I mean, the peak of 2018 was $67 billion in altcoins that were not in the top 10, which I mean, Jesus, way less money. So then when we started to rally up, we went up, and then we could tell we had one of our first spikes, April 12th. So pretty much a lot of coins spiked for the first time. Some actually peaked during that time, but most of them actually peaked May 10th. And you can see we had a peak, we had this type of candle, big slam, and then we got kind of reset. And the same thing happened with Bitcoin, because during this time, Bitcoin went to 30 something $1,000, and then we were chilling, and then we had another rally. So what are we looking for, and what is important? Now, if we're just going to go based off the stats and based off probability, what we're going to be looking for is pretty much 2x from this area right here, the first peak we got, and a 2x from here. So what we can just do actually is go over here, go into price range, pretty much get the top of that candle and look for 100x. Now 100x is around 660 billion. So we could mark that up, something like this. And then what we could do is from this top, go to 100x. There we go. Boom, 855 billion. Now, these are the two most probable areas where we might spike the first time around, right? Because if Bitcoin has something like this, where you're going to want to cash out is pretty much somewhere here and here. Fun fact, a lot of coins peaked during this run the first time, and then only a handful of coins peaked the second time. I can show you guys right now. If we go to TradingView and let's just search up Litecoin, LTC USD. So that's the one that really comes to mind. When we see we were going up, we had our first spike here, April 12th, right? Just like last time, April 12th in that week. And then the next spike was pretty much May 10th, exactly how we saw here. But then a big dump came. You see the big dump. Pretty much all these months of work got cut in 2 weeks. And then we had a rally up later, which was November 8th, 2021. And then we went pretty much, as you can tell, if we compare things to like, so one of the coins I'm going to compare is Litecoin. So pretty much you can tell we're going up for months. We had a first spike pretty much April 12th, right? During that week. Same thing here, right? We had the first spike, and then we go back. You can tell pretty much in the week of when May 10th was, same thing here, right? We had the spike and then a big slam, big slam. Once we had the big slam, right? We just went sideways and we recovered a little bit, but the spike wasn't as high as it was here. See, here we had more money and stuff into other coins and just in the markets in general, just by a little bit more, a couple billions. But Litecoin didn't spike that high and eventually kind of died off. And that's kind of what happened with the market anyways. But you see, some coins will pretty much peak during the first time. Now, another one I could think of is XRP. If we go to XRP, when we spiked the first time, right, pretty much the peak was April 12th, right? It was that week. When we go here, it was here. And let's see, May 10th is the next relevant time. See, boom, boom, boom. So somewhere here. So then for a few weeks, you could have got a still very good price. It wasn't the peak, but you still could have got a good price. And then we dump, and eventually when we go back up, we go up here. This is the second highest time, the 6th of September. We look at the 6th of September. Where is that? I mean, that's like down here, right? I don't really expect that. But if we look at November 8th, when it's November 8th, is this one. So you can tell a lot of coins, like, yeah, you still could have got a decent price, but then you had to wait so much longer just to get less profit. Now, if we go to something like Axie Infinity, right? Here's the thing. When we first had our pump, right? April 12th and May 10th, you can see things kind of peaked. They peaked here. So pretty much from half, like 50 cents, let's say, to thing, you could have made 16x, which is amazing. However, if you held longer, right? If you held longer, I mean, holy, pretty much from here to here, you could have made absolute insane gains. Now, that's the thing, right? Some coins are going to blow up later, some won't. Some are only going to have one pump and they won't have another. So this is the hard thing. The best thing to do is always to secure profits, because pretty much even though this happened, right? This whole leg happened, Axie still had to go down a lot. So if you actually were somewhere down here and you see collected profit over here, you still made a 17x. And then you could have used some of that money or all of it if you wanted to take the risk. And even if you got in here, you could, okay, you know what? I see Axie's blowing up. There's a whole narrative with it. I'm going to use all the profit I made. So you must see you went from $1,000, you know, it was like 16 times to 16 grand. And I put the 16 grand and get another 17x, right? You can still always participate back into the market if you see your coin is starting to break structure and is starting to pop off and you believe there's going to be another rally, right? Or you can just take a low risk, like, okay, I made 16 grand, I'm willing to risk 5. You get in somewhere here, 5 times 15, I mean 75 grand. You can't complain about that, right? Yeah, sure, you could have probably made more if you just kept everything in, but I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. And at the end of the day, money is money. And if it's free money on the table, you got to take it. But anyways, back to this chart. I give you guys a few examples. Now, like I said, some areas that we could expect to see where coins start to fade off is pretty much around the 660 billion mark, right? If we go back to the weekly, where was this? 330. Yeah, so 660 could be the first area. And then the second area was pretty much 425, so 850. And this is just based off probability, and this is just based off the previous cycle, right? The thing is, we could go pretty much 2, 3, 4x from here, right? We could just see like 1.5 trillion in the whole market, not including the top 10 coins. And it's a very good possibility, but we have to play off these zones and see what's going to happen and take everything step by step. So number one zone, 660 billion. The second zone is 850 billion. And pretty much if we want to take it from the top of last time, do something like this, and more or less we can tell that it's around the under the 1 trillion mark. Now I do think there's going to be much more money in this cycle than it was last time. However, we don't want to get, you know, overconfident, and we don't want to be that person that waits for something that's never going to happen. So these two are for me the key areas, and we're going to be watching those. You guys should really pay attention to this chart. Pretty much what you do, right, is just you go to crypto category and then you write others, and then you can see others, this one, and then boom, like this. And this is one chart you have to pay attention to. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this. I'll talk to you guys next time.